On. Hi, everybody. How are you tonight? I'm going to give you 1 minute or so to get on, and I'm going to get something ready here. Okay. Now, all right. So, those of you that missed this presentation can jump on later and watch the recording. All right. And I don't have any music right now because I have to find some music for this. Um, Live stream. It's kind of boring without any introduction or something. So I'll be working on that eventually. All right. So I'm just going to jump right on in to this presentation. So this video is about Psalm 23, verse 4. It says, and I'm just going to read the whole psalm. That way we can get refreshed. Okay. So let me look it up here. And um, I'm going to read Psalm 23, verse 4 out of the New King James Version tonight. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me to the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen. All right. So we are going to focus on, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. Okay. And so on. All right. So, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. So we walk through, shepherds lead their flocks from one place to another, and often through dark valleys that they could be dangerous for the sheep. And if the sheep strays, it could die from being attacked by a wolf or other dangerous animal or creature. And the shepherd is present to protect the sheep. We represent the sheep to Jesus because we don't have to fear anything because he is our protector and he is with us. A dark valley could be an illness, a death of a loved one, their own death, a betrayal, a loss of a job, or financial ruin. And when we are in a dark valley, we can become afraid, but we can be assured that He is with us and protecting us. How many times have we gone into dark valleys? It could be any of those different things: illness, depression, anxiety, death, betrayal, loss of a job, financial ruin, which means like if you lost your job, you lost all your money, where you going to get your next glass of milk, where you going to get your loaf of bread, where you going to get your next dozen of eggs, where you going to get the money to pay for all of your bills, and so on and so forth, because you lost your job. So dark valleys could be really, really tough. And we can become afraid. We can get into what ifs. I mean, I went through a dark valley too when I was worried about my mom moving this past week. And I said, what if something happened? Well, I'm kind of thankful that I did um, depend on God at the time. So valleys have robbers and thieves and wolves and snakes, which are full of evil and uncertainty, and they make us naturally frightened. Hi Sandy, how are you tonight? I just clicked on, I was on the enlarged screen so I didn't see who was joining. I hope you're doing well. Yes, you're the only one doing this again. That's okay. I think I'm going to start announcing it somehow. All right. This is a very quick lesson. So this preacher was very short. So I'm just going to continue on and at the end we can chat. All right. So following God takes us through the dark valleys. So this preacher was telling us that the will of God doesn't always make us happy. What we want to do and what God's will is not always some we want to do. I mean, we're not always going to be happy doing God's will. Sometimes his ways are different than our ways. His answers to prayer might be different than our expected answer. So that doesn't always make us happy. Like if we pray for someone to be healed and they don't get healed, but they end up dying or something like that, that would make us very sad. But we know it's God's will. And God allows us to go through those dark times and tough experiences, which could make us fear. But God doesn't give us a spirit of fear. The devil does. He reminds us of that. But we will not fear because we know that God is with us and comforts us through the dark times. So David even speaks to the Lord, "You are with me, your rod and your staff comfort me." As this speaks volumes because David switches the pronouns. He goes from I to you. And the reason why is because he has a close relationship with God. So that's why he changes that. So Jesus tells us in John 10:11 through 15, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. He is a hired hand and not a shepherd who is not the owner of the sheep. See the wolf sees the wolf coming and leaves the sheep and flees, and the wolf snatches them and scatters them. He flees because he is hired hand and is not concerned about the sheep. But then he says, I am the good shepherd, and I know my own, and my own know me. Even as the Father knows me, and I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. So he's talking about sheep here. He's talking about us. He's talking about his followers or his sheep. So he takes good care of us. He protects us, right? But then he's willing to lay down his life for us. And the reason why it says that is because the shepherd in the David's time, they came across many dangerous animals in the valleys. When a shepherd would walk through the valley, right, with his sheep, he would lead the sheep down the valley. And he would make sure that there were no strays because if so, these valleys had robbers, thieves, wolves, and snakes. And that would make us frightened or make the sheep frightened. And these wolves, and thieves, could hurt the wolf, the sheep could hurt it or even kill it. So what Jesus is saying here is that I am the shepherd and I will protect them because I'm going to die for them. A shepherd would be willing to go and fight a wolf off to save that one sheep, or fight a snake off to save that one sheep. And even if that one sheep is still living, right, but the shepherd could be dead. Jesus did just that on the cross. His death on the cross protected us from the pain of all pain. And it was to protect us from the Father's wrath that we deserved. He didn't deserve that. We did. But now, through the belief in Jesus as Lord and Savior, we can avoid that through his sacrifice. So we avoid God's wrath. And he laid down his life for us, his sheep, so that we could have everlasting life. Like he became sin on the cross so that we could have everlasting life. And of course, protecting us from the wrath of God is we deserved it, not him. So undeserved favor is called grace. So through his grace, we are saved. And that was it for that last final, that one, that one verse. That was a quick representation. Quick presentation, 10 minutes. I think he might have went a little longer, but I couldn't write that many notes that fast. But anyway, so may we all believe in Jesus, knowing that he's our good shepherd, right? All right. So I'll be on next week with part 2, or the next verse on Psalm 23. I read the Psalm 23 at the beginning, but I'm reminded of that song, and it's on the radio a lot. I'm not quite sure if it's "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want," she sings. "He leads me by green pastures until all my fears are gone. And his goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life," and so on and so forth. I know the Psalms are awesome. I love the Psalms. That's why I do a lot of reels in the Psalms, because they're easy to make. Well, shorts on the Psalms, because they're easy to make. And you can easily read um like a 10 verse psalm in 2 minutes or a minute, and you get the praises and you get all that. I have not attempted the longer psalms, because then you'd have part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Like Psalm 119 is the longest one. That's plenty of episodes. Plenty of shorts. All right. Yeah, I agree. So I'm just gonna Hi Sandy, how are you tonight? And I think we have one more person watching. And I know it's okay that you were the only one on, but now you're not. And the Psalms are the best. Yeah. The color of green looks I know. It's the red hair and the green eyes, or the hazel eyes. Green is my favorite, one of my best colors. It looks good on me. Another one that really looks kind of good on me is like corals, or I don't know, reds look kind of good on me for some reason. But green, it looks the best on me. And it's hard to get, and it's very hard to get um shirts and stuff green. For some reason, they just weren't in. So when I find green stuff, I buy it. Because I do look good in green. So anyway, my new desk is a little darker than my old setup, and I can't figure out the lighting. So I'm doing my best I can to get the lighting a little brighter. I've been moving this around. Maybe this might help. Green is your favorite color, and it looks good on you too. Oh, good. And you have dark brown hair. Yeah. I love green. I love green, and I love the color like peach, or like a coral color. I love that color too. All right. And pink was one of my favorite colors when I was a kid, so anyway, yeah. All right. And so I'll just give you guys updates on the channel. I hit 250. Let's see. How many people now? 257 subscribers. Hey, thank you all for subscribing. I'm pretty happy with that. I hope you're enjoying my vlogs as well. I have one more in the works, but this one's gonna be long, so I'm gonna try to cut it and break it up into two. Um, and I'm gonna try to submit one a day because that helps a lot. So yeah, it'll probably be out tomorrow. I actually took down my hutch and cleaned it off and took all the stuff from the desk in the living room and brought it in here. So, congrats on 257. I hope you reach 1,000 on the other one. I am. I'm hoping so too on my other channel. I wouldn't mind reaching 1,000 on this channel either. So it's growing. I mean, slowly every day I get one or two new subscribers. Sometimes I don't get any subscribers. It depends. And I seem to be getting it on the Bible shorts. So that's why I try to do one Bible live every week because obviously people are liking the Bible shorts. So I'm hoping they get on the Bible live. That would be nice. Yeah, so 257 today. I want to thank everyone for subscribing. And Sandy, I'm thanking you for subscribing to both of my channels. I like both of my channels. The Elvis channel, though, I get kind of like I'm very limited on the, I want to say, the information. So that's why I only post once a week there now because I get very limited on the information. Where this one here, this one's about my life and about the Bible and about God and about, so I get more, I can do more here. So, yeah, that's why. You wouldn't believe this. I actually wanted to tell you something. Hold on a minute and tell you guys something. It's so hard for some people to believe that Jesse's story, though. I don't understand. Well, let's just say this. There's a lot of people that still believe in the narrative that he's dead. So anyway, but we're not really talking about that on this station, on this one, because there's somebody else watching and we don't know who that is. So, oh yeah, the evidence out there. It's just like people didn't believe that Jesus died. I mean, Jesus rose from the dead. Remember that they said, "Oh no, no," and there's still to this days there's still people that don't believe that Jesus was the Messiah. So maybe we should, um, you know, share that too, right? So, yeah, I just try to stick with, that's right about Jesus. Yeah. And I'm gonna say that, people are hungry for the word. Um, I try to just stick to the Bible here because I'm not like a scholar, as you want to say. I just share what's on my mind and what I learned. So I'm not a scholar by any means, but I do watch other like prophetic voices. I think I've told you guys this before on my other channel that I watch Amanda Grace. She does a lot of numerology and Bible prophecy numerology. It's quite interesting. Really interesting. And I mean, it's amazing how she ties it in and she can pick out there's a certain book in the Bible with a verse and the numbers that she's talking about, and it kind of matches what she's talking about. It's kind of cool. She really is really good at that. So, I mean, there's a lot of other prophetic voices out there. I just share Jesus when I want to because obviously I like to share the Psalms. Um, and I like to share scripture with people. I just do. I don't always have the answers though. And I write a lot of notes in church. So these are my church notes, see? Eh, Then I take them and I write them and then put them in a PowerPoint. That's so much easier, like I did with this one. So I condensed down the preaching. Today's preaching was a little confusing. I think he was kind of flopping everywhere. It was a different minister was doing it today, and he was just flopping everywhere. I would have stayed. And he was talking about the wisdom, how to get the wisdom of God. And he went into Ecclesiastes, and I think he should have went into another chapter in Ecclesiastes because that one was better than the one he chose. It was kind of weird. I was like, I'm still looking for a good church in my area, and it's hard to find. Um, I'm not sure where you're living, but in Florida, but I'm gonna say that I come from like evangelical, non-denominational, sometimes Pentecostal branch of churches. That's where I go. Um, I go to 2 because I'm a member of the Church of God of Prophecy, which is like on the same line as Assembly of God and Church of God. But then I go to, because right now it's a Spanish English church. So I find the English more easier for me. So I've been going to like a fellowship, which is kind of a non-denominational spirit-filled church. They do, prophetics, they do prophecies and all that kind of stuff. It's just almost same, but the spirit is a little bit different in that church, is a little bit softer. But this church here that I go to in the morning that I get the notes from is actually online on YouTube. So if you want to look that up, I can send you a link. I'll share it with you someday. I'll do is I'll put a link to NCTF in the community, or I think it's the community section of the channel. Anyone who wants to watch attend church online can go there. Not the same as being in it though. I am non-denominational evangelical, but I like traditional Baptist ones. Yeah. I think it depends on the style that you want. Just make sure it's a spirit-filled church and you're good. Those ones are the best. Spirit-filled ones. You can find them if you actually ask the Lord to help you. And I got on Google when I wanted to change and go to a different one, and I just went on Google and hit non-denominational, spirit-filled. It had to be spirit-filled for me. And one or two of them popped up, and some of them had online, like taped online services. So I went and watched them, and I said, wait a minute, I didn't like that one too much. Maybe there was something they were teaching, it didn't mesh right with me. And then all of a sudden I saw this one, and I'm like, I think this one might be it. So I watched the whole thing and I went, yep, that one's the one. So I've been going to that one, and if I can't and I'm sick, I go online. It's not the same as being in church though. I can't tell you exactly where for safety reasons. I don't know who is watching these. That's fine. The best bet, that's the only thing I can tell you, Sandy, is just to you know, look it up on Google and you can find some. And then if they have online services, you can watch them on TV or on your iPad or wherever you watch your YouTube. And then you can choose, like, if you like the music or you like the preaching or you like the setup, or then you can choose. And if it's close to your house, then you could attend in person, but if not, you attend online. We are on the internet. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, pray for it. Ask the Lord, like, Lord, I'm looking for a church. Please direct me and guide me in where you want me to go. And he'll put you where you want. He'll open up the door for you. He'll show you online. Yeah, if you want to attend online, then I would say, if you want to just watch preaching or singing and preaching, I think like Elevation Worship sometimes has services like all Sunday, all day on Sunday on um YouTube and Facebook. But they erase them. They don't keep them forever. They erase them right after. But yeah, they have them. And it, the church I go to, they keep theirs on their website, on their channel. I'll send it to you anyway if you just want to attend it online. But your best bet's to find one in South Florida. I don't know if I could give you an affiliated one through them because obviously, you know, the other day they tried to hack. They did? Oh my gosh, seriously? Uh, That's the problem I've had. I've gone through, this is my third profile. I've gone through two profiles in the last year. Someone kept hacking into my account. So the first one they hacked and it got restricted because they were doing they were posting some nasty stuff on my messenger through my profile or through actually an Instagram account through my Joy-Filled Life page. Because I had a Joy-Filled Life page, I had a profile, Joy L. Kennedy Hurd, and then I have ETMIA, which is my Elvis page, and um and I had the group, Elvis Man is Live. And they claimed that I had an account on Instagram that wasn't obeying. And when I went on Joy-Filled Life and went on the messenger, I saw a conversation that somehow someone added my page in that conversation. Wasn't me. I wasn't on there. And they restricted my account. I can't get on it. It's totally gone. I tried to file an appeal. Wouldn't do it. I was mad because I had like 500 followers. I was so mad. So then I have another one. It was Joy Kennedy. And that one got hacked. And that was through Joy-Filled Life as well. And they sent me some type of like warning. You must verify your account or something. I reported it to Facebook this time. I reported it, but somehow I got locked out of my profile. And I guess now they wanted to do like an authenticator app, which I didn't set up on Joy Kennedy because I mean that was a new account. I mean, I just opened it in August. I'm locked out. I can't get in it. So I changed password. It's open. It's still up and running. I just can't get on it. So I had a separate one. Jim told me to open up a new one under an alias and another phone number. So I opened up another phone number through my iPhone on a second phone number and changed the name to Joy Lori Hurd. At first it was Lori Hurd, now it's Joy Lori Hurd. And that one is private. I won't open it public anymore. And I can't get on the Joy-Filled Life page. So I'm thinking of opening a new one, but I'm like, nah, I'm not. I'm gonna stick just with YouTube because yeah, it's awful. It is. It's awful. So this is the third one. So now I'm on a private page. So if anyone wants to contact me, they have to ask to be my friend or message me and send me a friend request. And that's the only way I'm doing it. I'm not doing a public one anymore because I got hacked twice on a public page. No more. Mm-mm. And I don't friend anyone I don't know or did not message. Like if they messaged me from like my group and they give me a call, they talk to me on Messenger or my other page, then I will, and they send me a friend request and I know them well enough, I'll let them on. Like Jim was an example. He messaged me, told me about himself, and we became friends. I let him on. But I won't do it any strange guys? Nope. I wrote you a while back on Messenger. I hope it was you. It was me. Yeah. Yeah. You messaged me at Christmas to make sure I got my coffee gift, and yes, thank you very much. I still have it. I don't know how to transfer the money over, so I'm gonna have to figure it out. I might have to hook it up to maybe a PayPal or maybe a Cash App or something. I don't know. It's kind of odd. It's an odd setup, but it's in there sitting there. So, yep. All right. Well, I guess it's just you and me, and I'm gonna sign off. And Have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. All right, and since people are actually gonna see this, so I'm going to, um, hide that one. All right, and I'll talk to you later, okay? God bless you. All right, bye.